Let's study some interesting facts of English grammar. Here are some examples. Mohan killed the snake. It was Mohan who killed the snake. In the next example, Mohan is killed by the snake. See how interesting it is. Here Mohan is killing the snake, and here Mohan gets killed by the snake. Just you see the difference here, killed and is killed. Killed and is killed. So here Mohan is not acting here. Who is acting? The snake is acting. And here in this first case Mohan is acting. So Mohan is active here, and in this case Mohan is passive. So how to make the passive? Here single verb killed, and here two verbs is killed. So is the form of to be. Forms of to be are, they are nothing but helping verbs. Am, is, are, and was, were. Am, is, are, and was, were when come with this main verb. This is main verb and this is helping verb. So helping verbs coming with main verb in the third form, past participle killed, third form of the verb, then it becomes passive. Mohan is killed. Mohan didn't act here. Mohan was killed by the snake. So this is how Mohan becomes passive over here. So we are here referring to this activity. Here Mohan is active and here Mohan is passive. Now here in this example, I invited my friends. So I am active here. Invited, single verb. And here I was invited. I was invited. Here again you see was helping verb and invited main verb that comes in the third form, past participle form. So here again you will see that I was invited. Now I am not mentioning anyone here. I was invited by someone. I am making myself passive, right? I was invited by someone. I don't want to mention the name of the person who invited me, right? In that case I can say, yeah, I was invited for the party. I insulted him. So here I am mentioning who is insulting. I insulted. So this is main verb, single verb, and here I was insulted. I was insulted means here helping verb plus main verb, and main verb in the past participle form. So this is the passive form. I was insulted. I was insulted by whom? I'm not giving importance to that person. I was insulted by my father or by my teacher, but I'm focusing on this part. I was insulted. Next example, I called someone. I called. Called is main verb over here. I called. And here I am called. I am called. Here again I am called. Am is helping verb and called is main verb in the third form. This becomes passive. I am called. Now who is calling? No idea. Or we do not want to give importance to the person who is doing that action. We are hiding that person. We are concealing. But we are rather focusing on this. I am called. Not someone else. No, I am called. You scolded. You scolded. Here we are focusing on this subject. We are rather maybe blaming the subject. You scolded. And here you are scolded. So we are not giving importance to that person, but you are scolded means we are giving the importance to the person on whom the action has happened. So here you is passive here because of this kind of construction, and this is nothing but helping verb followed by main verb in the past participle form. So this is called as passive. Now which is passive form here? The second form is passive. Mohan is killed by the snake. Here I was invited. We are not giving the importance to the person who is doing that action. We are giving the importance to the person on whom the action is happening. Here I was insulted, not someone else, but I was insulted. Here I am called, not any other one called, and here you are scolded. Here we are focusing on the person on whom the action is happening. So this is called as passive form. So it's clear now, passive can be made, or somebody can be made passive by using the forms of am, is, are, and was, were. Am, is, are for the present tense and was, were for the past tense. And this should be followed by third form of the verb. Third form of the verb, that is called as past participle. So this is how we make passive form. We can make anyone passive. Now, I read the newspaper. Here, read is the second form, simple past. I read the paper, I read the newspaper. Here, I am active. But I can say, the newspaper was read. The newspaper was read. So, rather, I am focusing on the object. That thing is important. The newspaper was read. Now, who read it? That's not important. The other example, like in the class, somebody broke the window. Sir, often children complain to the teacher, sir, he broke the window. So we point out who the person is. He broke the window. And there are some clever children, they can say, sir, the window was broken. Sir, the window is broken. So they are giving importance to the window being broken, but not to the person who is breaking the window. They are hiding, they are concealing. So whenever we want to hide the person who is doing that action, or sometimes we do not want to give the importance to the person who is doing that action, then we can use passive forms. Sometimes we do not want to give the credit of some action, something good, then we can use passive. Like for an example, he cleaned the class. He cleaned the class. Now, when I say he cleaned the class, I'm giving importance to him. But now here I wanted to report to my teacher, and then I would say that the class was cleaned. The class was cleaned. So how clever I am. When I'm talking to the teacher, I'm saying the class was cleaned. Means the teacher may get an impression that I cleaned the class. Am I mentioning about who is cleaning the class? No. I am rather hiding it. The class was cleaned, so the teacher will be happy. And he will feel that probably I have cleaned the class. So this is how we can make clever use of language in order to make the person active or passive. And this is nothing but active or passive. So this is one form of passive form. We will see some other forms of passive in the next examples. More situations in passives. Here she is calling us. Here she is active, and this is active voice, and is calling is the verb. This is present continuous. Is in the present form and ing to the main verb, so this is present continuous tense. Now here she is being called. Now here she is active and here she is passive. Somebody is calling her, right? So is being called. This is the verb form, and is the present, and this is ing, and this is the third form of the verb. So this kind of construction is called as passive. When you have forms of to be, am, is, are, was, were with ing, that is being, and third form of the verb, that is called as passive form in the continuous tense. This is continuous tense or progressive tense. The action is happening in the past or action is happening in the present, but still it is passive. This is passive form. She is being called. Next example, we are carrying it. Are carrying. This is again form of to be, are, and ing, so this is present continuous. So here we are being carried. Now here we is active and here we is passive. We are being carried. Somebody is carrying us. So with the addition of being and with this third form of the main verb, and right in the beginning to be, form of to be like am, is, are, was, were, this kind of construction makes this passive. So we are being carried. Next example, I am teaching. Here I am active. Now I am being taught. Now somebody is teaching me. The action is now happening. So here am being. This is an important construction in the continuous part. So when the action is in continuation, action is happening either in the past or in the present or in the future, then you will have to have being after form of to be. So being taught, this is the third form, and this is how I become the passive over here. I am being taught by someone. So I am making myself passive here in progressive action. The teacher is punishing someone. So here the action is going on is ing. So this teacher is active over here. Now the same teacher, if in the other case, the teacher is being punished. So here the teacher is passive because being and third form of the verb is used. So the teacher is being punished by someone. So action of punishment is still going on. It is on, but this is teacher is made passive with this kind of construction. So now in the continuous tense, either present or past, it's very clear that am, is, are, or was, were are followed by being and third form of the verb. This kind of construction is called as passive form in the progressive tense or continuous tense. In progressive tense or continuous tense, am, is, are, was, were, any of these forms, and being makes this person passive, and third form, this combination makes somebody passive in continuous tense. So now let's practice how we can convert active voice into the passive voice without changing the meaning of the sentence. First sentence, I called him. So here I is active and we are making I passive, and we are giving importance to him. So him will become he, because this is subject form, this is object form. Now we are focusing on object. This is verb and this is subject. Now object is important for us. He, then the tense is past, he is singular, so was. Singular verb in the past is was. He was called. So this is the third form, called. He was called. He was called by me. I will become me because that's object form. Now conversion of this active voice. I have called him. Now here I subject, have called verb, him is object. Now him object will get converted into subject form and this will be he. Now let's look at this have. This is important for us. Now we cannot change this form. We have to take a perfect form. This is called as perfect form. Have, has, had. These are perfect forms. So here now we have to have perfect form, and for he it is has, because have is in the present form, so we will have to take present form only. So the present form of perfect is has, he has. Now we know that in passive has is followed by been. He has been, and third form of this verb called. He has been called by whom? Me. By me. So this is how we convert active into passive. Now let's again break this sentence. I have called them. This is an object and we will begin now with object. So this object form will become subject and this is they. Now let's look at this verb. This is perfect verb, and here for they also we will have to take perfect form, and that is have. They have. We cannot have has. We cannot say they has because it is they have. They is plural, so plural form of perfect is have. They have. And for passive we take been after have form. They have been called, third form of the verb, and by me. Next example, I am calling them. Object is them, so subject form will be they, Now here am calling, am is present form. We will have to take present verb, and here it is singular, I is singular, so am has come. Here they is plural, so are will come because it is the present tense. They are. Now here it is ing, so we will have to take being. They are being. Now third form of this verb, called. They are being called by whom? By me. So this is nothing but passive. They are being called by me. Next example, I was calling them. So here we can divide this into three parts. Them is the object, so we will begin with this them. So subject form of them will be they. Now look at this verb. This is in the past, so we will have to take past form for this. They is plural, so we will have to take were. They were. So we will have to choose this helping verb as per the requirement of this subject, whether singular or plural, and tense. We will have to look at the tense, whether present or past. Now here ing to the verb, main verb, so we will have to take be, being, and third form of this verb is called. So they were being called by me. So this will be the passive. She helped us. Break this sentence into three parts. Object is us. Subject form of us will be we. Now look at this verb. This is in the past. We is plural. So past form of plural, first person, we were. The suitable helping verb will be we were, because this is plural and this is past. So we were helped. Third form, we were helped by whom? By she. So she means her. Here object form will come by her. Next is they broke it. So it is the object, so we will give importance to the object it. Now here broke is simple past. Here broke is simple past, so we will have to take past form. This is singular, so was. Past and singular, and so it will be it was. Now third form of broke, break, broke, broken. So it was broken. By whom? By them. They will become them. They will become them. Now next example, she has called my father. Has called is the verb, my father is the object, so we will have to begin with the object, my father. Now look at this one, has called, so this is perfect form. My father is singular, so we can take has. My father has. Now has will be followed by been in the passive, has been. My father has been. Third form of this verb, called. My father has been called by whom? By she, means by her. So this will be the answer. My father has been called by her. So this is how we convert active into passive. And for more practice, you can refer to my worksheets in detail.